guys, it's Mary with B&T Realty. So you've probably seen headlines about home pricing dropping, right? And it's easy to wonder, what does that mean for the value of your home too? Here's what you need to know. Even with small price declines in some markets, data shows you're likely still way ahead, and that's thanks to your home equity. Home equity moves in sync with home prices. So when prices rise, equity builds. Now when pricing cools, even slightly, equity growth does too. And here's how that's played out lately. After the record-setting home price surge of 2020 and 2021, a little cooling was evident. Back then, the number of homes for sale hit a record low, and that caused home values and your equity to shoot up significantly as buyers fought over this limited inventory. But prices couldn't continue to rise at that intense pace forever. The market had to ease its way out. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. As more homes have come on the market this year, price growth has slowed. So equity gains did too. And that doesn't mean that you've lost any ground. Putting it into perspective, you probably still have far more equity than you did a few years ago. And that puts you in a strong position if you want to sell. Now here's the data to prove it. According to research from Zillow, home prices have risen a staggering 45% nationwide since March of 2020. That's a big jump. And in the majority of markets, prices are still rising just as much at a slower pace. But even in the metros where pricings are experiencing the biggest declines, the ones that are making the headlines, the average drop is only about -4%. Home price gains over the last few years, article shows you all what we're talking about. What does that really mean? Well, in most places, prices are on the rise. So this isn't even a concern. But in a few metros where prices are cooling off a bit, the 5-year gain more than offsets any of these small dips. In other words, these modest declines cannot erase your home equity. Homeowners who've been in their homes for several years are still way ahead. Big time. And that's pretty much true everywhere. Now, data from the Federal Housing and Finance Agency, the FHFA, helps paint the picture like this. Let's cast a slightly wider net and look at a state-by-state level this time. Every single state has seen prices go up over the last 5 years. And that means homeowners in each state have much more equity than they just did 5 years ago. Odds are, in most places, if you've owned your home for more than a few years, you've already built that kind of equity. Many people could only dream about before the pandemic. And if you sell, you can use it to help you downsize or move up. And just in case you're worried prices will crash and your equity will be taking a bigger hit than the near future, here's what Jake Kremlin, senior economist at Realtor.com, has to say about that. The slight recent declines in aggressive values and total home equity are not cause for any concern. Although the market is coming into a better balance and large price declines nationally are extremely unlikely in the next term. The price moderation we've seen lately isn't a cause for concern. It's a signal of a market that's finding its balance again after several years of unsustainable growth. And after several years of major price appreciation, most homeowners are still in an incredibly strong position. So bottom line here, even with home prices coming down in some markets today, homeowners are still sitting on a record amount of equity. And if you're wondering how much equity you have or how far you really are, let's connect. You might be surprised at what your home is actually worth. I look forward to your phone call.